Hi, I'm Chet, back again sharing my minute by minute weight loss journey on peptides. Thanks for watching. So, this morning I am only 3 days into my first 5 mg therapeutic dose, and we already need to have a serious reality check about the do's and don'ts. I stepped on the scale this morning and it jumped from 142.2 to 142.8 pounds. Am I panicked about the 0.6 pound weight gain? Honestly, yes and no. No, because I know the biological, physiological reasons of the weight gain. And yes, more importantly, I'm not happy with me being stubborn about not listening to the proper do's and don'ts of what you should be doing when you're on tirzepatide and you have a broken toe. You don't have to be on tirzepatide to have some sense about what you should do when you have a broken toe. And I've been flouting it. I'm somebody who is accustomed to exercising. Despite having to lose weight, I still love to exercise, and I've been regularly exercising for 25 years or more. So for me to sit still, it's extremely difficult. So what have I been doing wrong? I have not been taking the practical advice of what to eat, what not to eat, and I have not been taking the medical advice of staying off my injured toe. Between breaking a fast yesterday with crackers and pizza, I've also gone for 2 bike rides this week. So it's my own choices that's leading to a possible delay in the effects of what tirzepatide can do for me, as well as a delay in my toe healing. I'm actively working against myself. And it's showing on the scale. Friday was something called Ekadashi, and if you are Hindu, then you might be familiar with it. It occurs twice a month, and I typically do a 36-hour fast, and I power through it, and I'm so proud of myself, and I feel great when I do it. Fasting on tirzepatide is a different beast altogether, and this is something that I'm not seeing much talked about. I'm not seeing many people on YouTube talking about these extended fasts while on tirzepatide. And here's a hard truth. You shouldn't be fasting on tirzepatide. It directly works against what the peptide is doing for you. People think stacking intermittent fasting on a peptide is going to give you double the results. Well, the opposite happens to be true. Tirzepatide, along with other peptides, delays the gastric emptying, and it is food in your stomach that gives your brain the signal of satiety. So if you're fasting, by definition, there's nothing in your stomach. So there's nothing to trigger the satiety. So when you're fasting, there's no food in your stomach. Your blood sugar drops, and of course you crave to eat, and usually you crave carbohydrates. So that's what I did. And here's another point about tirzepatide. It is not a magic pill. You will get your appetite back, as is proven on day 3 of doubling my dose from 2.5 to 5 milligrams. Day 3, my appetite suppression, I've made it 20 hours. But after that, I had some things that I don't even like. I had Ritz crackers. I had it because it was there. My mother keeps it in her pantry, so guess who was eating them? And then when my father suggested we have pizza for dinner, I was like, yes, pizza for dinner. Let's do it. Now, here's an aside. Nobody knows I'm on this except you all. My parents don't know. My family doesn't know. My friends don't know that I am doing peptides for weight loss. So it isn't that anybody's trying to sabotage me. They just think it's normal to have pizza. But because I put jalapenos and banana peppers on my pizza, I did not have constipation today. And here's a little trick for you. And if you already eat spicy food, then you're probably aware that spice is going to irritate your gut and you will have a nice motion in the morning. TMI, but if you are suffering from constipation with or without tirzepatide, with or without peptides, put a little pepper in your food, red pepper, hot pepper, something spicy, and see if that alleviates it. Go the natural route if you can. So if you haven't guessed where the half a pound weight gain came from, it came from the sodium and the carbohydrates in whatever I ate, and the inflammation that I continue to cause on my toe. I went on a couple of bike rides in the past few days, and that is not helping me out at all in my journey. The localized inflammation, localized swelling leads to weight gain. It is not fat weight gain, I will give myself that, but it is weight gain nonetheless. And more importantly, I'm delaying the healing of my toe, which, what am I doing? So what is the takeaway here? Forget forcing any kind of rigid fasts. It's just going to work against you when you're on this medication. And most importantly, know that it is your choices, good or bad. Your choices are going to show directly on the scale. I keep telling myself this. I don't know when I'm going to get it, but the peptide is a tool. It is not a magic pill. So I know the mistakes that I'm doing, and I'm doing them, right? When you are doing the mistakes, then you can correct those mistakes, and that gives you some level of empowerment. I know the mistakes that I'm doing. I know how to improve, and let's get this party started. Let's do it right. I hope you'll join me on this journey, and I would love to hear your experiences. Week 5, how are you doing? Are you one of those super losers? Super losers who melt fat just by looking at the injection? Let me know. Talk to you next time.